Gentlemen, thank you very much for talking with us. Your character, Viggo, lives way, way off the grid. What do you think his ultimate goal was in life for his family?
To be the best possible parent he can be, to give his kids the best chance to be well-rounded, mentally, physically, intellectually, maybe in some sense spiritually, as far as being connected to nature and the environment that they're living in, to have the best possible start in life, I guess. And he tries really hard as you can, and at some point, or at some points, he goes too far. It's too extreme, and it doesn't really, whatever your point of view is as an audience member, whether you're consider yourself to be liberal, conservative, middle of the road, anarchist, it doesn't really matter whether you approve or not of what you see at first and the way they live. It's just you can't deny whatever your leaning is, that politically that he's trying really hard, and he's trying, and that the kids are impressive in terms of the knowledge they have and the skills they have. But it can also be, it doesn't matter what your point of view is, kind of scary, kind of extreme, kind of dangerous. Like, they are honest, but sometimes it's brutally honest. They are committed to being as open as they can as a microcosm of society. But there are questions raised. How much information is too much information for a young child? Can you try too hard? Can you love too much? Can you be too passionate? How much is too much? It's different with every situation, and what's great is that you see the characters as being flawed in the end, and him, among other characters of authority figures in the story, like the grandparents, and he realizes that at some point, and he tries to do something about it. That's what's great about the story.
I was very fascinated with the fact that as an audience member, when I watched it, I thought, oh, he can't do that. And then I thought, oh, that makes sense. Like, you're really just like juggling all of everything, like he is.
That's great. That's great.
Was that your intention to kind
Absolutely.
of make us think about that?
I also hoped in some ways that you would, he's the hero insofar as he's the protagonist, but then he behaves in ways that you question his heroism, or his sanity, or that later on in the film, other characters, the Frank Langella character specifically, presents an alternative that actually makes you agree with him. That I love movies where I think I understand what's going on, and then I realize, oh, that character is actually not anything what I thought, and I'm surprised that in a way it makes
a character
me
that you
rethink,
can be for and then against,
yes,
and then not
like
sure.
in life, like we all have.
That's exactly how I felt.
That's great. That's great.
A lot of it made sense. A lot of it didn't make sense. I was like, oh. This whole lifestyle of living off the grid is not really unfamiliar to either of you, right?
Correct. Yeah. My mother started a bunch of alternative living communities. I always say they're not hippie communes because that's a 60s term and it was the 80s, and it implies a certain kind of people that didn't exist in the communities. They were just people who wanted to live outside of cities. They wanted to collectively own a piece of land and live in harmony with nature, or they were artisans or artists who built their own things or made their own things. And I think my mother was a seeker in some ways, like Viggo's character, and I lived in a teepee, and but I went to public schools. I wasn't homeschooled, and so yeah, I lived in a similar environment.
Made in Hollywood.
Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Made in Hollywood TV. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and for the next awesome video, click right here. Click in that box right there, super easy.